Okay, so like, welcome back to OOFAGE. So basically, I was going to the light show.
No, you weren't.
Yes, I was.
No, you weren't.
And then basically, outside the speedway, the car pulled out and a car crashed to it, and we were like next to the car that got crashed into, and we had to call 911, and it was like crazy. But welcome back to OOFAGE. So basically.
Hello.
Yeah, it was like crazy. So inside of our school library, there was this box of Kleenexes. There was this box of regular Kleenexes, and one time Mr. Hall's shoe pulled out a Kleenex, and the Kleenex underneath it was yellow, and all the Kleenexes are underneath. And I've seen this before at hospitals, but I'm not sure how it works. Why are sometimes those medical grade ones, the workforce ones, turn yellow eventually? I don't understand it. But, Mikey, how did you almost die in an amusement park?
Oh, so I can't list the name of the amusement park so we don't get copyrighted, but I was almost unalived at a amusement park when I was 9 years old because there was a fight breaking out between two 20-year-olds. There was one black male around 22 and a white male around 23. And they started pushing each other down and up the stairs, and they started a fight, and they started rolling on the ground, and one of them had a knife, and I almost got grabbed, and I did get grabbed. My dad pulled me out of it by my shirt, but one of the guys grabbed me, and he had a knife, and it was terrifying, and now I can't walk into the amusement park without having a panic attack.
It sounds very British in my opinion.
Yeah.
But, yeah. So we need to talk about Mr. Hall's forbidden shoe. So Mr. Hall, no, not forbidden shoe. Mr. Hall's forbidden song. Apparently on TikTok, Mr. Hall made a song. He shared it with the 6th graders last year, and he never played it again. It's on his private TikTok account. He won't follow any of us back, and he will not let us even know of its existence anymore. He's denying that he ever made it.
Figure out what the song is.
Exactly.
I actually have access to the song because he followed me back on one of my fake accounts that I made.
Oh.
So I have access to the song.
Okay.
So that's great.
Figure what it
Right.
is. Figure out what it is, please.
So basically, Nicholas, explain to me that time that you were waterboarded.
Yeah, no.
Okay.
But my dad did shove my head underwater once.
Oh, how fun.
Once upon a time,
Basically,
When I was 4.
David Gibson was baptized by his father.
basically, there's
He got
this,
his head shoved under the water. He was baptized.
so basically, there's this thing that we call the Canadian pole. Right, this is a pole that's out inside of the field
Canada.
My favorite
by the
thing to
school,
do.
Canada.
right?
Canada.
And,
Canada.
Yes, ma'am.
Canada.
Basically, this pole, we spin on it
Hey, yo.
at recess.
Jeff's in a shelf.
Oh yeah, Jackson's side of a shelf. He's trying to shove stuff into the electrical outlet.
No, not right now.
So
When
basically,
does it?
we spin on this pole, and sometimes we fall off. And then one time, the school gave us a tire from a school bus, like an old rotten school bus tire.
Oh yeah, I almost broke my neck on that.
Yeah, basically, we were rolling
Nice.
Nicholas around inside of it,
Yeah.
and yeah, basically, we kept rolling and rolling. And then, he
and-
put his foot out, and I accidentally scraped it, and then it looked like it got really infected.
Yeah, it did.
Uh,
Oh, that
So-
sounds fun.
basically, I could have gotten into a lawsuit,
Right.
but
You
technically, it was,
probably should have been.
I probably should have been. You're right. So, that's how we got the scars on Nicholas's legs. So, Miguel, tell me about that time that you did something with your life.
That never happened.
I played with my 2 dogs, Brutus and Titan, and it was very fun. They
Jack, you're ruining my post.
that's Carl, what are you thinking about? Then
Jack, those are actually toxic. They are.
and
Jack,
so
those things are.
when I was
Because lead poisoning builds up over time, Jack.
I touched those a month ago.
I was
and
with
guess
my
what?
dogs.
I'm still here.
Because it takes years for buildup.
and there's these
I need that.
No, you don't.
big swarm of geese in my backyard. And they always come around 2 to 4 in the afternoon. And they're really annoying
Yeah.
And there's easily over 60 of them
That must be
You are
fun
a
for you.
goose.
every day.
You eat geese?
Ayo.
I wish.
What?
Just throw rocks at them. And tennis balls.
And I was thinking of getting some metal
Metal
washers,
shurikens.
metal washers,
You want to get a
and grabbing
metal
a
washing
slingshot and basically
I
shooting the
have metal
ducks and killing
washers. Do you
them.
want them?
So, what?
Do you want them? I have a ton.
Yes, please.
Okay.
I have a slingshot.
I'll bring
So
them to you
we
tomorrow.
can
thought I wasn't
we
recording.
can unalive the geese.
Yeah.
What? No, they're a protected species inside.
I have to go to North Carolina.
Pastor Thor said that if I talk about anything on this podcast that is remotely against school policies, I'm getting suspended, and so are all of you.
What?
Okay, so
No, I didn't say anything.
What, unaliving
Gotcha.
geese? That's a
No, he
That's not allowed
didn't
to
say.
talk
He
about?
didn't say the other word. Where he said unalive. That doesn't mean they're not alive, because
I literally just said to stop talking about the subject so you could go into more depth
But
about
you
it.
are still talking about it as well.
Ma'am, do I need to shove my forehead into your
Ma'am,
elbow?
you have problems with lead. though.
See, I'm just not here.
Oh, that must be
lead
fun.
poisoning.
Yeah.
So basically, Michael, stop shoving it
lead
into me.
poisoning.
Nicholas has lead poisoning. No, stop, Jack. Those books actually have lead on them.
Books.
It doesn't matter. It's emerald green paint. They have lead inside of them, and they're from like the 1800s. They definitely have lead inside of them. Yeah, like
Just like your dad.
my dad is 65 this year.
My dad's 53 this year
Your dad is so young.
compared to yours.
Right.
But compared to Nicholas's dad and mom, aren't they the same age, right?
Uh-huh.
Yeah. So, yeah. And then Jack.
Not as old as Matthew's.
Jack?
Jack. How old are your parents?
Your mom looks like a soccer mom.
45 and 40, I think.
I thought you said
43.
28 once.
No.
Yes, you did.
No, I did not.
Yes, you did.
No,
Yes, you
I
did.
did not.
You did.
No, I did not.
You did.
No, I did not.
Yes.
Isn't Miriam like in his 30s and has 5 children?
Uh-huh.
No, he's like
Yeah.
in his
I thought you had
20s.
3.
No,
No,
5.
what?
It's 5.
5.
You didn't know that?
Oh
Even I
my.
knew that.
Oh my
Yeah.
I thought he said
gosh.
it was like 20s.
I did not use the Lord's name in vain. Okay,
Don't
ma'am.
you dare. Young
Ma'am.
man. Young man.
Ma'am.
Young man.
Ma'am.
Sir.
Ma'am.
Lady.
Ma'am.
No children.
Ma'am.
Gwally, gwally, gwally.
Ma'am.
Material girl.
Blade of grass.
Ma'am.
No.
Ma'am.
Blade
No.
of grass. You have to
Ball
call
ham.
him blade of
English
grass.
Walmart bag.
I am
Potato.
Walmart.
Jeff.
What?
Carrot.
What?
Pencil sharpener.
Kleenex.
Puffs.
I think he was a pencil
Ew.
sharpener.
Adidas.
Ew. Nike.
Yeah.
Members mark.
Puma.
You doing your
Members.
squat?
Puma.
Members mark.
Feline.
Samsung. Google.
Puffs.
New.
My Will to Live.
Bing.
Bing,
New Bing.
bing,
Bard.
bing,
No.
Bing.
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 bing,
The
bing,
Bing.
bing, bing,
Bing. 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 Got my driver's license last week, as Olivia Rodrigo once said.
No.
So, basically, inside this room, the histories and poems of Shakespeare is in here. The histories of the comedies of Shakespeare are also in here. And the tragedies of Shakespeare are also in here. Croissant. Croissant?
Yeah, it also says do hard things.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, we have a book called Do Hard Things in here. Croissant. Croissant.
What do you think about
Croissant. We're gonna get copyright
Orange
strike if
stick.
you keep talking about. Don't curse at me inside German.
Already
Here you go,
did.
Jack. You can
Okay, well, we're gonna go now, child.
No, my